Hi, I'm Jane, Internship Mentorship Coordinator. What's your name?
I'm Jane.
Nice to meet you. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Do you have your resume on you?
I do.
With you?
Yes,
All right, thank you. All right, thank you. I see you go to New York City College of Technology
Yes, I do.
and you study computer engineering technology, correct?
That's right.
Okay, great. So we have programs that you'll definitely be interested in that can really help with your development. So tell me about yourself. Why did you decide to major in computer engineering technology?
So I knew in myself since I was a little kid, I'm not going to be the type of person who's going to be interested more in sciences or like the medical field unlike my siblings. And what inspired me to go on the computer engineering technology major is that I had an uncle in the Philippines because I was from the Philippines and he was an electrical engineering major before. And he keeps telling me stories of what he does in his work, so that kind of inspired me.
Okay, gotcha. And what do you hope to accomplish from this internship program in addition to getting experience? Because you know, internships give you experience, but we always ask, what else do you hope to get from it?
Right. So aside from getting experience, I wanted to also learn how it is to work in like organizations like this because I believe that every internship and every company is fairly different from each other, even though like the positions would be the same and like the task is always not going to be the same for everything. And aside from that is I hope to learn what it is that is actually you do kind of outside of school, you know, because it's always
Right.
going to be different.
So you're saying you basically want more hands-on experience?
Exactly.
Okay, great. So we could definitely help you with those objectives. Let me just introduce the organization and how our internship program works. So 16 Things is a nonprofit educational organization that works for the betterment of kids, people, and the planet through a series of books, workshops, programs, and activities all designed to help people lead happier, healthier, and more successful lives. And the way our internship program works is that everything is custom. So based on whatever your major is and what your interests are, we give you real world experience, which you're looking for, in the areas that you're interested in through working on our national and global based programs. And in addition to your custom program, we add 8 foundation disciplines to your training to make you more well rounded. So they are communication, business, marketing, management, office technology, research, problem solving, and time management. Because you need these skills working together in order to be successful both professionally and personally. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Mm-hmm. I do agree.
Okay, good. So let's just move on to the benefits. So after you complete your internship, we do an analysis and correction to your resume. And have you been to the Career Center at your school at all?
Yes, I do.
Well, the problem is the people in the Career Center at your school, they don't have the skills to correct it 100%, maybe 50% or 60%, but not fully. But the good news is my executive director, with his background, he has the ability to do a more in-depth analysis to it at the end of your internship. Another benefit is we'll also give you a custom letter of recommendation that ties in all the programs that you worked on, so you have independent verification that you've done the work. And you also get real world credit in the programs you work on. So you're interested in computers, so let's say you work on a website, for example. The work you do on the website will be used in the real world and your name will actually be added to the website. So that's a really good way to build your portfolio. Yeah. And also in school, you go through a program that thousands of other students are going through as well. You produce the same work and have similar resumes, correct? So when you look for a job, how are you going to stand out? And that's what our internship can help you with.
Mm-hmm.
Lastly, we have career opportunities. So have you graduated or are you
I'm
still
graduating
going?
this semester.
So when you graduate, you may not have to worry about looking for a job because you may already have a career in an organization. So does it sound good so far? All right, so let's move on to the interview questions. So tell me 2 or 3 things that you learned about our organization that really impressed you.
So I think it's really, first of all, I think it's really amazing that people still believe like the kids are going to be like the future because like since over the years, people has changed and like the thinking and perspective has changed.
Right.
I think it's still kind of old-fashioned way, but
Yeah.
it makes total sense to believe more in children, and that's why like people like you guys are really working hard to invest in children. So that's really amazing. And then the second thing is that I was really impressed by the personalized internships kind of thing,
Right.
because you were really true about when you said that the resume that I have right now would be the same resume like my other people in
Right.
school would have. So
It's
that's
true. Oh, okay. And are you in any clubs at the school you are, or were you in any clubs?
Yeah, so I am in the club. I am in a club called Silly Tech Women Engineers. It's a club started by my professor who I met like 3 semesters ago, and he basically started this club because he feels like, especially in engineering major, you don't get that many women in the major. They could only be there for like first 2 years, but like when they get third year, like you'll see how the number of women in every class declines.
What does that club entail?
So what he was trying to, I think that club has something to do with women in technology also, with me in New York. And what they're trying to do is to bridge the gender gap in technology.
Okay. And if you were offered a position, when would you be available to start?
I can start like, because for this week and next week we're gonna have our finals.
Right.
So I can start as soon, like
As
after
soon
that.
as possible. So
After
within
that.
these next 2 weeks?
Yes.
Okay. So it would be like what next? So it would be in 2 weeks, the next Monday, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. So in 2 weeks, got it. Okay. So this is also continuing the interview questions. It's a little long. So, okay. So in school, what happens is you pay the university pays the professor, and the professor teaches you in a very narrow slice that may or may not have anything to do with how the real world operates. In our program, we're not going to charge you for the education and training you'll receive, but it takes us a tremendous amount of time, energy, and money to mentor you and help you become more successful. So here's the question. So what qualities will you bring into our organization that justifies all the time, energy, and money spent to make you more successful?
So aside from being motivated, I can assure myself that I have integrity in my work. And also I think that having a fresh mind in the company kind of gives you an idea what would be like the next steps, like in improving the company, you know, or like in improving the personalized internship, because like what was last year may always gonna be like the absolute for this year, because like that's how the life of the people has been changing.
Okay, any other qualities?
Aside from being like, I am really motivated to learn, because like I feel like when you go outside after your school, you're just so eager to learn about there's so much, because you know there's so much out there like
Right,
outside,
yeah.
So yeah.
Right. Okay, so in addition to that, we look for 4 specific qualities in the people we bring in. So the first one is desire. You have to want to do this program, and if you're just doing it and don't really care about what you're doing or why you're doing it, then the program's definitely not for you. Then the second one is determination. If you want to be successful, you have to consistently put time and effort into the program. The third one is coachability. So what you were saying, you need to be willing to learn. You have to keep an open mind to learning new things. If you come in here thinking you're a know-it-all, you know, then it's definitely not going to work out. And then lastly, you need to be willing to take action. You need to be willing to implement what you learn. So what we say a lot here is education is great, but if you don't take action on what you learn, it's just wasted time, energy, and money.
I agree.
All right? Okay, so do you have any other questions that I've gone over with you today?
I think the last question I would have really, what are the current challenges of the team right now?
What are the current challenges? Okay, so we have a lot of custom internships, right? So everyone is doing their own thing. We're not like combining our work. So it would be very individual. So I can't tell you what his struggle is. I could tell you what mine is. There's a lot of work. I needed to update spreadsheets and documents, and a lot of the work has to be, everything you do basically becomes either a document or a spreadsheet. So you have to learn how to organize yourself. So that's one of the harder parts in this internship, because the projects are thrown at you and you have to figure out how to do them in a timely fashion and how to do it right. So I guess that would be one of the bigger challenges.
Okay. Would you say anything specific about the web development interns?
The web development interns, well, see, I'm not in web development, but I know they're working on certain